So, I had a very interesting conversation with a random person at a Bitcoin ATM. It turns out I ran into an old friend, which used to be my assistant in a different industry. And long story short, he doesn't know anything about crypto, right? And I'm this guy who's full time into crypto, as you guys may have noticed. And I consider myself like balls deep in crypto. And he represents your average user or retail investor, whatever you want to call him, right? He's a smart guy. He's like does a work on a computer. So he's always educated, right? His job is like pretty much work from home. So we had an interesting conversation, and I asked him like, "Hey, do you mind giving me some feedback about your personal finance, why you're buying Bitcoin, how big your portfolio is, what altcoins you hold, what investment strategies you use, like do you do dollar cost averaging and shit." And so, he's an old friend, so he kind of shared his personal information with me. And I want to share this very interesting information with you guys, without sharing his name, of course, because it shows you what people outside of crypto actually think. He's a perfect example of a user who's outside of crypto, but has crypto, right? And he represents the masses, which will make the next bull run happen. And this actually, what he said was a big surprise to me, because when you're so long inside something yourself, you kind of lose the big picture. And it's almost impossible for me and even guys like you probably to be able to grasp what an average person thinks, because once you become educated, it's really hard to try and think like an uneducated person, right? So let me just translate this conversation to you, right? Just bear with me here. So he's like, well then, I put in a lot of like almost all my money in the worst time possible. 8 January 2018. The market was at all-time high. It's the worst possible time. And fuck it. It was the highest hype, and I wasn't the only one. Many people lost lots of money. And of course, I pulled everything out, everything I could save. So I'm in a huge minus. I don't have any money right now in crypto. Today I was just buying some Bitcoin for an online payment because I don't want to fuck with banks. My opinion on crypto is that I would buy Bitcoin again if it was approved by the SEC. That's when I'll put all my money in. Until that happens, nothing. He thinks that it is just not the best time right now to invest. Of course, when everyone thinks Bitcoin is dead, maybe I should buy. But yet, 90% of people in Serbia think it's a scam. So, I still think it's a future, but we'll need like 20, 30 years for it to actually come around. So, point of that short conversation about his personal finance shows that, first of all, he represents the average person who bought at the all-time high and got wrecked hard. And it shows that he's pretty much so burned, he doesn't even want to touch it until like the SEC says it's good to touch, right? So it's actually really, really hard to time the market. And for people like you and me, we sometimes get blinded by TA and becomes an echo chamber of people who think like you, and you can only see the opinion that's similar to yours. But here we have an average person who doesn't see it like we do, and he doesn't want to buy anytime soon. So is the bear market gonna be over anytime soon? That's a question I want to leave up to you guys. And lastly, if you made it till the end, because you're awesome, I'm going to share with you another message from him. So he's like, yeah. Oh, by the way, bro. Where's the message? Some personal conversation. And then where's the golden nugget, he said. Oh, I can't find it. You guys are going to have to wait for it. It's actually so fucking worth it. Nope, can't find it. But anyway, I'll just paraphrase it. He said, he was like, oh, by the way, I really, really think you should buy XRP. Not even kidding. He said that. He's like, that shit's gonna surpass Bitcoin. He's like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not buying Bitcoin anymore anytime soon, but XRP, man. XRP. So, point to the story is don't fucking buy XRP. Don't be a fucking noob. Like, you like if you see who the people are who think XRP should be purchased right now, you should do the opposite and sell that shit. This is the same guy who bought in January 8th of 2018 and got wrecked hard. And now he's like, no, man. Don't worry about Bitcoin. I'll wait for the SEC to say, it's okay. Put in your money. But XRP, man, that's the real deal. Oh, God. No offense to my friend. If you're watching, bro, you fucked up big time. And it's okay. It's not your fault. But consider this a life lesson. It's a really expensive one. And I hope you guys learn from this and do not end up like my noob friend. God save his soul.